Hi everybody, this is Ken Javert, the Kindle guy, and I want to show you today about how to use hypertext markup language, HTML, which you will be able to use on your Amazon book description page. Okay, most people don't know about that, but now you're going to. So the easiest way to do this for me to show it, and even for you to use it yourself, is going to go to your WordPress blog, and you can just like start a new post, right? Click on that, and you'll come up with a page that looks very much like this. Okay, and you want to be on the visual part of it. Click on visual. Notice that there's a visual and text, and we're going to explain those in a minute. But when it's on visual, it's going to show you roughly what it looks like on the page when it's published. Okay, so let's take an example. Okay, so right now this is just a line of text. This is a headline. And you may not even know this about your WordPress, but you can turn this headline into any number of different kinds of headlines. So hold on a sec, let me just copy this. I'm going to copy it so that I can show you a couple of things. All right, so now we have two things that say exactly the same thing, and they look pretty boring on the page, right? Okay, so now we're going to switch from visual to text. And we're going to switch it, and now we're talking HTML. We're not talking visual anymore, we're talking HTML. And so we're going to make this one a headline 1. And you speak in HTML by using tags. And this is what a tag looks like. It looks like the less than, and then whatever the instruction is, and then the greater than tag, okay? And then you write whatever the text is that you want to change, because what HTML does is it interprets the language on the page between the tags into things that will show up visually when it's applied. So we're going to close this tag. You always open a tag and close it. If you don't close it, it won't work. Okay? And when you're doing this, by the way, let's say I forgot to close this tag until we get down here somewhere else, it'll turn the whole thing into a headline or something. So that's not going to be very cool. So always remember to apply your tags, opening and closing. And so now let's take a look at what this is going to look like. All right. Now we have a headline. Your WordPress site is going to interpret this headline in different ways. This is not actually the way it's going to show up when I hit publish over here, because my WordPress site, and yours too, will have some normal translations for what an H1 headline looks like on the published page, and normally those will be color, and there could be other font descriptions that don't show up in the HTML because there's a second level of interpretation that goes on from computer to the internet. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like on Amazon, actually, but it's not going to be what it looks like on your website. You probably know that, but you could explore, and you should explore to see that. Okay, so now this is an H1 headline. Can we do more? Yes, we can. Did you doubt me? Let's make this an H2 headline so that you get an idea of what that looks like. Remember, it's got to be open and closed. The tag's got to be open and closed. And now let's take a look at it and see what it's going to. I'm not actually sure what it's going to look like myself, because there's not. Yeah, okay. So there's a little bit difference. Now, again, I emphasize that this H2 headline is going to translate differently when you publish, because of translations that go on between your WordPress site and and the computer. So it's going to look different here, but here we go. So now let's show off briefly. We've got this is the thing we want here. We can go down to heading 6. We could make this a heading 6. As far as I understand it, heading 3s are really as far as you need to go, because they will help your SEO, your search engine optimization, a little bit. Okay, so there, that translated. So did you notice the trick that I just used, which is I was in visual. I created the headline in visual, and then I got the text. And what you will do is you will create this text, and this page is what you're going to put on your Amazon, your book description page. It'll be the HTML page. So all the little tags go in to your Amazon book description page, and Amazon will translate those tags. Okay, so let's say we want to do something a little bit more interesting, and we can do more interesting things. Let's make okay, I'm going to show you just 2 quick tricks here, and I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it, and then we're going to do it again. And you probably know that there are keyboard instructions for doing this. Okay, so one of the things you may wonder is, well, okay, this is all good. Can I put a bulleted? Can I make it bulleted? Well, yes, you can. You come up here and you click this into bulleted. And now if you want to get this again onto your Amazon page, you look at the text, and here it is. It's got the UL, that's the unordered listing, and that's the tag, and then it's got the LI, and then closed tags. Okay, so that's how you do it. But again, the trick is to go to visual, do it in visual, then turn it into text and copy and paste the text onto your Amazon page. Now, very quickly, I want to show you just a couple more things. First of all, if you want to bold something, how do you do that? Well, there are 2 ways. You can go ahead and just do it on your WordPress site, and it'll give you one code. But the easiest HTML code is just B. Okay, what about underline? That's going to be actually just about the same. Although again, when you do it on, or when you originally do it with the visual, it will create a different set of instructions, and I think Amazon will read those as well. But they it likes these basic ones, and they are more economical in terms of spacing for you. So because, as you know, probably on your book description for Amazon anyway, you only have 2,500 characters, and each one of these every key strike counts. So the little less than sign, and then the I for italics, and then the word will all count, and then the less than sign again. As you close the tag with the slash and the instruction, that's the way you close it, with slash and then the opening instruction, right? So this is H1, and then this is slash H1. That's how you close it. So now let's take a quick look at how these look. And this is the way it's going. Again, what you would do is you'd simply copy and paste it onto your Amazon page, and it'll show up like more or less like this. So as you can see, we now have bold, underline, and italics. That's the way it shows up. Obviously, no instructions here on the visual level. You only see what you accomplished. Okay, so one thing I'll say about Amazon is that you probably have not, as you've looked through books, noticed that very many authors have used HTML, and that is because most people don't know about it. But now you do, and when you have headlines, you write things a little bit differently, right? You write more like a newspaper. You reach out and grab them. The headlines need to reach out and grab people in a different way. So play around with that to see what you can do. You'll notice, again, like I said, most authors do not do this, but that is simply because most of them have never heard that they could. Now you can, and I hope this helps. Okay, this is Ken Jabert, and good luck with what you're doing. Goodbye.